All right, Shalom. Shalom. First and foremost, as always, want to give all praises, honor, and glory
To Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushua, Ba'Shem, and Kakodash.
I'll give double honors to our apostles at Great Millstone who taught us His truth, and a sincere Shalom to the elect out there teaching His truth in all honesty and sincerity in these last days.
Excuse me one moment. I was going to move this up a little bit.
All right. But you know, we're gonna get into it today. We're gonna prophesy, starting off against the 2/3, man, because it's looking like Esau Edom is gearing up to deliver the sword to our people, man. Okay, because the Lord is gonna give Esau Edom, okay, that go ahead very soon. You know, I mean, how much more simple and full of wickedness can our people get? Okay, he's got the robot police dogs in the cities. You know, he's moving all the migrants in, which is going to cause chaos. Okay, crime's going to go up, poverty's going to go up, and now AI is going to take a lot of people's jobs. Okay, so he's got everybody right where he wants them. We could start enacting this UBI. We could start introducing CBDCs, okay? Other methods of control. You know, he's got Jake totally locked into the system. Meanwhile, they're on social media posting all kinds of foolish shit. All kinds of just ridiculous shit that it doesn't even need to be on there. Okay? But we're going to start off with Ezekiel 21.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 21, verses 1. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face toward Jerusalem, and drop thy word toward the holy places.
Well, just like, you want to get Ezekiel 3? Just like it says in Ezekiel 2 and 3, okay, that's who we're supposed to prophesy to. Okay, the children of Israel. Go ahead.
And prophesy against the land of Israel, and say to the land of Israel, Thus saith the Lord, Behold, I am against thee, and will draw forth my sword out of his sheath.
And the wicked are the sword of the Lord, like it says in Psalm 17 and 13. Okay, let me bring this out real quick in Isaiah 10 and 5. O Assyrian, the rod of mine anger, okay, which is representative of Esau, Edom, okay, primarily the elites. And the staff in their hand is my indignation, okay? So the Lord is about to give Esau, Edom the permission, okay, because he's wroth with his people. All right, go ahead and call it out again.
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 21, verses 3. And said to the land of Israel, Thus saith the Lord, Behold, I am against thee, and will draw forth my sword out of his sheath, and will cut off from thee the righteous and the wicked.
Right, so the Lord is going to separate the sheep from the goats very soon. Okay? He's going to separate the sheep from the goats, man. He's done playing around, and you can see that separation going on even in Israel, okay? Especially in Israel right now. It's almost like some of these jakes, they don't got no moral compass. Go ahead.
Seeing then that I will cut off from thee the righteous and the wicked, therefore shall my sword go forth out of his sheath against all flesh from the south to the north, that all flesh may know that I, the Lord, have drawn forth my sword out of his sheath. It shall not return any more.
Right, so when this slaughter comes, it's going to be so great that everybody is going to know that it was the Lord doing it, man. Okay?
Sigh therefore, thou son of man, with the breaking of thy loins, and with bitterness sigh before their eyes. And it shall be, when they say unto thee, Wherefore sighest thou? That thou shalt answer, For the tidings, because it cometh. and every heart shall melt, and all hands shall be feeble.
Mm-hmm.
And
You think about how dependent our people are on the system, okay? When Esau Edom goes to pull the rug out, what do they call it? Pulling the rug out from under you?
Mm-hmm.
All right? It's going to be absolute chaos, man. Because they don't know how to live out the land. They don't have faith in the Lord, okay? So they have no protection, they have no trust, they have no shield, okay? They have no defense, you know? And they're gonna completely bug out because they're so used to this comfort, you know? There's gonna be a big awakening for you Americans very soon, you Babylonians. It's gonna take you out of your comfort zone, man. Well, hey, they just did the, well, it's not 100% official yet, but they came up with a compromise on the debt ceiling. Okay, they're going to cut a lot of these programs, a lot of these social programs, man. And you people that are getting all the goodies, you're going to have to get off your ass and work for them. Okay, go ahead.
Still got some more?
Yes.
Go ahead, Slack.
And all hands shall be feeble, and every spirit shall faint. All knees shall be weak as water. Behold, it cometh, it shall be brought to pass, saith the Lord God. Again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, and prophesy, and say, Thus saith the Lord, say, a sword is sharpened and also furbished.
Meaning it's ready, man. It's ready for battle. Okay, go ahead.
It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter.
It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter.
So you Christians, man, you floating in the air with your grape juice Jesus. Okay, that doesn't sound like that doesn't sound like grape juice. Okay, a grape juice time. Go ahead. That sounds like bloodshed, man. And it's going to be the Lord that sanctions it. Okay?
It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Shall we then make mirth?
Right, because we're not in the time of mirth. You know? Now the scriptures do say, you know, you gotta have a balance of sorrow and joy. Okay? Because that'll fuck your head up if you get too sorrowful or even too joyful. Mirth will, you know, mirth will mess you up.
It's better to be in the sorrowful than a joyful, and it tell you it's a time for everything. Yeah, we ain't in a time for mirth.
And through much wisdom bringeth what? Much sorrow.
It's that Ecclesiastes.
Yeah,
it's a time.
through much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow. That's what the scriptures say. So the more we, the more we increase in the understanding of Yahweh Shemi Shai, the more this world, becomes, fucking sorrowful, man. Because we're not gonna be sorrowful in the kingdom, but he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow, because we woke up to all the BS. We've awakened. Now everything that used to be bring us mirth, it's like fuck that shit,
Yeah, it really don't do it no more.
Yeah.
I got a precept real quick. It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, verse 1. To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under heaven. A time to be born, and a time to die. A time to plant, and a time to pluck up that which is planted. A time to kill, and a time to heal. A time to break down, and a time to build up.
So think about it. We're really healing. We're trying to heal our people right now by pushing this message. Because if not, man, that killing, if you don't repent, that killing's going to come to you. It's going to come to your doorstep.
We said, a time to cast away stones, and a time to gather stones. A time to embrace, and a time to refrain from embracing.
Like I was saying, everything in this society that used to bring mirth is now kind of dead. That's why the Lord said He was going to take away the mirth out of the land. Like every so-called holiday season, we always say how it don't give that same feel. Like back in the
More dead.
like back in the day, before we came into the truth, right? It may have felt like it was Christmas time, or it may have felt like it was Thanksgiving time, or it may have felt like it was Easter, or you know, all them BS days that Esau has set up. But now, when those times come around, it's just like you can tell that the people don't even feel it no more. The people who celebrate that shit every year, they don't even feel it. You know, because the Lord is taking the mirth out of the land. Everything is dead. All right, and there's a reason for that, because he's getting ready to destroy Babylon the Great. All right, so Babylon don't have that same feel like it used to. You know, even as a child, you can actually say there was more to do. You know, it felt a little better. You know, but now, when you get, you know, now we in 2023, everything is tainted, dead, everything's whack. The people are crazy. The system is corrupt.
You can't even have a conversation with these people out here without getting ticked off, man.
You had some? I had some too. Unless it was more, you keep going to that if you have more. Keep going.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 21, verses 11. Now I'm going to start back at time. And it is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is fervent that it may glitter. Shall we then make mirth? It contemneth the rod of my son as every tree. And he hath given it to be furbished that it may be handled. The sword is sharpened and is furbished to give into the hand of the slayer.
Right, just like we always read in Revelation 12:12, man. That the devil is going to come show him great wrath because he hath but a short time. That's when the Lord is going to let this devil loose. You know, he's had enough. He's had enough. Okay, he's got a great amount of indignation towards his people. Okay, and towards you other nations.
Cry and howl, son of man, for it should be upon my people. It shall be upon all the princes of Israel. Terrors by reason of the sword shall be upon my people.
Terrors by reason of the sword. Now, does that sound like a good, happy time when Jesus walks? Okay? No, it doesn't, man. Okay? And we're all going to have to go through this. Okay? It's going to be a terrifying time, even if you're in the truth. Okay? But the difference is that we have strength of salvation. Okay?
Smite therefore upon the die, because it is a trial. And what if the sword contemn even the rod? It shall be no more, saith the Lord God. Thou therefore, son of man, prophesy, and smite thy hands together, and let the sword be doubled. The third time, the sword of the slain. It is the sword of the great men that are slain, which entereth into privy chambers.
Right, well, that's it on
that's
that.
pretty much.
Yeah.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 13, verse 6. It says, Howl ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. And they shall be afraid. Pangs and sorrow shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed, every one at another. Their faces shall be as flames. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger.
Right, wrath and fierce anger. Okay, wrath and fierce anger, man. Okay, all that joyful spirit, all that shit where you're walking down the street, okay, or in your car, rapping to yourself, okay, all that shit's going out the window, man. Okay, all the simpleness, okay, the laziness, the complacency. Okay, the Lord is about to really shake this society up.
It says, Behold, the day of the Lord cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it.
Right, all the sinners, man. The scriptures say that, well, all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword. That's really what we're starting out with, is talking about the sword, man, the slaughter that's coming.
That's
Okay?
it. Thanks a lot.
And it's coming for you guys in these other camps that don't want to get with the program.
It says, "For the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in its going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. And I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease."
Right, the Esau Edom, man. He's a proud man. Just like the scriptures say, that his pomp, I prove it, his sayings, roughly paraphrasing. Okay, he's a pompous, proud man. You know, we see it when we're out here at camp, and we see all these business people going up and down these sidewalks, going to lunch. I mean, they just got that proud smirk on their face, man.
Yeah.
They act like they're better than everybody else. They act like they're not, like they don't got no problems. Esau Edom acting like he don't got no problems. But here it is, right? Here it is. All his kids are on drugs. Okay, the laughing stock. You know, he's not the tough kid on the block no more. Now he's dyeing his hair all different kinds of colors. He's an introvert. He's got no social skills. I mean, you compare Esau Edom from one generation ago, or even 2 generations ago, to today, and you can see that the Lord is flipping the curses on him.
It says, "And I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and I will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. And I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than a golden wedge of Ophir."
That's right. So, you know, we were talking about the migrants earlier coming in. If you look up any statistics about what happened in Europe, okay, those women, the rapes went up literally thousands of %. Okay, over the past few years, man. And that's going to happen here. Okay, it's going to happen here, man, and it's going to get that shamelessness out of you women. Okay, there's one thing to take the rod voluntarily, and there's another. There's a completely different spirit to take it involuntarily, man. You want to be inviting everybody. You know, you want to be inviting everybody. You know, showing off your goods and shit all the time, acting all proud. Well, it's going to come to you, man. You're going to reap what you sow.
It says, "Therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall be removed out of her place, in the wrath of the Lord of hosts, in the day of his fierce anger. And it shall be as a chased roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every one turn to his own people, and flee everyone into his own land. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword."
That's right. Everyone that is joined unto them. All these movements going on. Okay. These people sticking for this and that, and all these town halls and shit. All that shit's gonna come to naught.
It says, "Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished. Behold,"
That's right. Their wives ravished, man. It's like we were getting into. Okay.
harsh biblical times, man.
That's right, because the R word, I don't want to say it now too loud, the R word is a tool of war. Okay? It's been a tool of war since the beginning of time. You know?
It says, "Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them."
I mean, let me just say this. Why do you think Jake likes white women so much? It's that they can get back at their oppressor. You know? It's like that in any nation. Okay?
"Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it."
That's right, and that's getting into these other nations. Okay, primarily Russia, right there, man. Okay, the spirit of the Medes, man. They're not going to regard gold or silver. No, they're coming to bring justice, really. Okay, because you got Putin out there saying that, you know, he's gonna do what he can to restore traditional values, man. Because these map people, these pedophilias at the top of the food chain, okay, these elites, okay, they're getting crazy with the shit, man. You know, they're pushing the transformerism on all the children, putting it in all the schools. Okay.
See that shit every day, man.
Mm-hmm.
It says, their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children.
Right, and now they're with those missiles. Okay, nuclear fire don't care if you're a little baby sitting in a crib, and it don't care if you're a 90-year-old man or anything in between. You know, if you get left behind for that, you get left behind for that. Okay, that's why we really need to, you know, correct that fucking, or rebuke that fucking bullshit doomsday prepper spirit, man. All these, because a lot of the people that we get our news from, all right, a lot of those podcasters and TikTokers and shit, all right, they're all into that, pushing that shit, man. That shit ain't gonna save you.
I mean, they do that because they don't got no hope, though.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we got Yahweh Shai.
A nuke will get rid of your chicken coops and your gas masks,
Yeah.
and your cans of beans.
And a lot of them is prepping that stuff for us. The Lord could use that to feed the elect in that day.
It's true.
Take that shit right from you and feed his men.
The Lord is like the master of fourth and fifth dimensional chess, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Like that movie The Road, they found that bunker and there was a whole bunch of food in there. Those people who prepped that, they probably was dead.
Mm-hmm.
But him and his son ran into it. And they was good.
And you might be you might have a stockpile, like a small stockpile of that shit, and you might have to flee during that day.
Yep. You leave all that shit you prep, you gotta leave it.
Mm-hmm.
Faithfully. That's why the scriptures say all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. If you got fucking 5 months worth of food, then you ain't got, that's not faith.
You might only have time to grab a couple cans on you and storm out the damn house.
Precept real quick.
Go ahead.
It's the book of 2 Esdras, chapter 16, verse 40. O my people, hear my word. Make you ready to the battle. And in those days, be even as a pilgrim upon the earth.
Mm-hmm.
If you being the pilgrim upon the earth, you ain't gonna have all that stuff stocked up. It say, and he that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away. And he that buy is one that lose.
Well, you look at what we read, you know, that every man's gonna turn to his own nation. All these Arabian stores and shit, they're gonna leave, man.
Yep.
Okay.
They gonna leave their goods too.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
It say, he that occupy merchandise as he that have no profit by it. So you ain't supposed to even care. We supposed to be moving our faith in those days. In those days, you should be moving our faith.
And you gotta read those stories like when the Lord fed us in the wilderness, you know, when he fed, was that Elijah through the raven? Elisha? That was Elisha? You know, Elisha through the raven. And we was in the wilderness for 40 years, and the Lord said our clothes didn't rent and our shoes didn't tear. If you got a pair of shoes for 2 years in this society, them shit's gonna be crushed if you wear them every day, you know. But 40 years, the Lord, you know, our clothes didn't rent and our shoes didn't rent. So that's showing you, man, the power of the Lord.
Yeah.
You know.
I just want to say that word pilgrim, it goes to basically you looking for a miracle, you know, a spiritual miracle or something that doesn't happen. You hoping for that.
Supernatural.
Yeah, something supernatural.
And the Lord is going to show miracles in these latter times for sure.
Yeah, and that's what you gotta be expecting. The Lord to work for you. We're gonna be doing miracles and shit. Well, a little bit more. This
go ahead.
2 Esdras chapter 16, verse 74. Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord. Behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. he said the days of trouble is at hand, but he gonna deliver us from the same. It say, be you not afraid, neither doubt, for Yahweh is your guide, and the guide of them that who keep my commandments and precepts, saith Yahweh, let not your sins weigh you down, let not your iniquities lift themselves up.
Yeah, and that scripture right there is supposed to build your faith. That scripture alone, because the Lord, he said the days of trouble are at hand. So he's letting you know what's coming, but I will deliver you from the same.
And the scriptures say that hope in that which is seen is not hope.
Yeah.
Okay. Now it's been addressed. You know, brothers like Yashwamba has addressed it. You know, like if you get an extra bag of rice or an extra, you know, this or that on your travels, and that's fine. You know, but don't be putting faith in it and making no damn stockpile. You know.
Hey, even when he sent out to when Yahweh Shai sent out the 12, he told them, don't take no food with you. Don't bring no money in your purse. The prophet is worth his. They went out. They was going out and traveling, not bringing no food, no gold.
What do you say? Only one coat or one jacket?
Yeah, not an extra pair of shoes. They was moving off faith.
And he knew that would build them up too.
Yeah, because every night they ate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hey, so even after Yahweh Shai died, what you think the apostles was doing? They was teaching their disciples the same thing.
This is Zephaniah chapter 1. Or you had something, didn't you? Or not?
Now you got it.
Zephaniah chapter 1 and verse 14. The great day of the Lord is near. It is near and hasteth greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord, the mighty man shall cry there bitterly. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, a day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers. And I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord.
All right, and the Lord's going to put them blinders on them. He's got the blinders on them now. Okay? And they're going to be in absolute distress, man. Lord's going to take their children. They're going to take their family. All right? He's going to starve them. And I got something on that, too.
I got two more
Finish
verses.
up. Yeah.
And I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord. And their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung. Neither shall their silver nor their gold be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath. But the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy. For he shall even make, Salakia, for he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land.
The Israelites. How y'all doing?
That's right. How you doing, man? How you doing?
Y'all brothers.
I see.
Y'all know
Hey,
that
hey.
Bible. Y'all know that Bible, man.
Yeah. Hey, what's that? What's that on your wrist, man?
Oh, I'm sorry. My brother gave this to me.
You know what that is?
He said Mason, but I look at it as being national security.
But it's definitely Masonic. What
Yeah.
about that on your neck? What's that?
That's Islamic.
Okay.
These are my prayer beads right here.
Oh, so you Muslim then?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Hey, well, hey.
I'm still the chosen. We are still the chosen people
Yeah.
because y'all believe in the oneness of God.
Well, you an Israelite anyway. You gonna get it
Listen,
right soon.
God willing.
Yeah.
I know how to respect you, bro.
Yeah. Hey,
I
respect.
love y'all, man. Y'all be
Yeah.
out here, boy. Y'all don't play.
That's right. Hey, we gotta be, man.
Alhamdulillah. I love your garment.
Thank you,
Oh,
man.
look at the alignment, too. You got it on, man.
See,
And the
hey,
crown.
'cause you an Israelite. You naturally attratted to it, you know?
Mashallah.
You
This
Israelite.
symbolism is beautiful.
He used to have all the stuff on him, though. He lightened up a little bit.
I
He
love
lightened
y'all
up.
brothers. I love all y'all.
Hey, love, man.
I love y'all.
I remember.
Yeah,
He used to come up all the time.
Sure.
Yeah.
Uh, Jeremiah 15:1.
All right, I love y'all, brothers.
All right, man. Peace.
Peace. Then said the Lord unto me, though Moses and Samuel stood before me, yet my mind could not be toward this people. Cast them out of my sight, and let them go forth. And it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, Thus saith the Lord, such as are for death to death, and such as are for the sword to the sword, and such as are for the famine to the famine, and such as are for the captivity to the captivity. So the Lord has got everyone set up in their lot, man, to receive those various types of judgment.
He got some people set up to receive the sword for death. He got some people set up to receive famine, and then he got others to receive salvation.
Yep.
So it's a predestination. Those people are predestinated to die. I like to call them CPU or bots.
Yeah, they're
'Cause that's
NPCs.
what they is.
They're
That's why you
NPCs.
say, "Oh, I can't take talking to these," because they bots. It's like you playing Grand Theft Auto, and sometimes it's other user players, and then you got the bots. So that's what they is.
True, that's true.
Yeah, or any other game where you got to interact, like Assassin's Creed. You got all the people walking around the city, you can talk to them, do quests and shit. That's all they are. Actually, I got a bit more in there. For I will appoint over them 4 kinds, saith the Lord: the sword to slay, and the dogs to tear, and the fowls of the heaven, and the beasts of the earth to devour and destroy. All right, I'm gonna jump down to verse 6. Thou hast forsaken me, saith the Lord. Thou art gone backward. Therefore will I stretch. Well, and you can't tell me our people ain't going backwards, man. It's almost like they had more sense in the 1980s and 90s. Therefore will I stretch out my hand against thee and destroy thee. I am weary with repenting. Okay? The Lord is sick of this shit, man.
Yeah, because each generation get worse. Like when we was growing up, and we used to be listening to rap. Our rap was dry fire, but we'd be listening to rap, and your mom be like, and your dad be like, "Oh, what is this shit?" Like, yo, I can't believe this shit. And like now that I'm grown now, and I feel the same way when I listen to the new music and shit.
Yeah.
But it was some bullshit though. Like, but it was all right to me then.
But now it's just all bullshit, man. It's all about adultery and getting
but
one up on
it
each
was
other.
about adultery then.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah,
get it
yeah.
twisted.
Yeah.
It was just.
But now
smooth.
it's every fucking song. and shit.
Now it's no shame. It's wet ass pussy and shit like they wasn't talking like that. Revelations 13 and 16.
Oh, you're gonna have to get that because
It was a message.
wait, no,
in some
I
of
can
it,
think
too.
I got it.
Right.
Ain't no
Yeah,
more
yeah.
messages in the music.
Yeah, it was messages. It was like, especially like that Earth, Wind, and Fire, some devotion and shit. Hands
They
to the
they
sky.
talk about the struggles, man.
Yeah.
You know,
Marvin
tell
Gaye.
stories.
Even in the rap music, the beginning of the Gangsta Rap was still messages in there.
Curtis Mayfield.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 11, verses 1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. For by it the elders obtained a good report.
By faith.
Romans 15 and 4. What's the through the comfort of scriptures we have patience, we have hope. Well, let's paraphrase. For by it the elders obtained a good report. Through faith we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of Yahweh, so that the things which are seen were not made of things which do appear. By faith Abel offered unto the Most High a more excellent sacrifice than Cain, by which he obtained witness that he was righteous.
Yep, and he did all that through faith, and that's why we gonna have to. That's what we gonna need. That's why it's keep going into faith, because that's what we need to get that salvation. Go to Revelations 16, because you just had over the weekend, I think it was Friday, you had the FDA finally approved the Neuralink brain chip. You know, everybody know about the chip that's they want to put in your hand, but we don't really.
Why would the FDA have to approve something like that? What the hell does that have to do with the Food and Drug Administration? It just goes to show you, you know?
It's all set up. They just approved it, so there you go. Go ahead, get that. Nah, 13 to 16.
And a lot of you niggas gonna follow Lil Duval.
Yeah, and you gotta think, man. most of the people in this world is worldly and carnal. So if you worldly, of course you're gonna fucking take that brain chip if you fucking paralyzed or if you can't see. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, if you worldly,
If you've been in a wheelchair half your damn life, you know you gotta take. They tell you, hey, take
because
this, you can run.
the YOLO spirit is pushed on throughout the world. That you only live once.
I've seen this one thing, so I can cut you off,
Go
where
ahead.
this woman, she was having like dozens and dozens of seizures every single day. And they gave her that chip in her head, and she never had another one ever since. You know, and she was so fucking happy. She looked like she didn't even care if a missile hit her.
Yeah.
As long as she stopped having them seizures.
Yeah, shit. You know, I had heart problems and shit, and they was like, "Oh, we can put a stent in you." I was like, "Y'all ain't putting shit in me, dog. Oh, it can help you live long. Hey, I die, motherfucker. You're not putting nothing in me.
Right.
That shit is out the question. Do not resuscitate."
You said before you read that, you said YOLO. I was out with some distant family yesterday at their house, and we was discussing pork because we was eating and shit, and then they was like, well, you only live once, so might as well, and it never hurt me. And instead of me going in on them, I just was like, man, nah, I'm good on that. Like I don't eat it. It's not healthy for you. So these people, they're not gonna give up the simple shit. That's why that's why I said that in Isaiah 66 and 17 or 18, he gonna destroy them eating swine's flesh.
You don't got a spiritual
No.
bone in there. If you believe that YOLO shit, then you don't got a spiritual bone in your body, man.
Yeah. See, we believe in our spirit, this can't be it. Like this can't be the life that the Lord set up for his people.
No way.
It's way more to it, man, than living and fucking paying bills and dying.
Yeah, and that give you hope, knowing that.
Yeah. Because
Then you look at the left-hand side, what they have planned. They want to put everybody in these little one-bedroom apartments and make them eat fucking bugs.
Yeah. Let me get this real quick. We're going with what you just saying, that this can't be it. It's 2nd Esdras chapter 7, verse 42. And he answered me and said, this present life is not the end where much glory do abide.
Mhm.
This life we live in ain't the life that much glory do abide. We're not gonna get it here. We're gonna get it in the kingdom. And we cool with that.
Yep.
These people not cool with that. You tell them, oh, in the kingdom of heaven you won't live. They ain't cool with that because they don't believe it. They don't got the faith.
Yeah, it's like you suffering, but we know that it's something coming, something far better. So we just like, all right, we gonna get it. Lord willing, we gonna get that. But we just gotta wait. That's why the scriptures say, they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. The Lord gonna renew our strength. We gonna walk and not be weary, like it says. We shall run and not be tired. Roughly paraphrasing. It's all right. We got the reward coming.
Yeah, and hopefully we get delivered. And we get to see the end of our enemies.
Yep. And that's gonna really bring you joy. That's gonna really make you happy. You had that Revelation 16, you said?
13 and 6.
Okay.
This the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verses 16.
Because Lil Duval just said he gonna take the brain chip, and then he said, but I'm gonna wait till the first batch of people. Nah, nigga, you gonna take that shit, period.
And before even, he put out a tweet saying, if they put 8,500 on it, what you gonna do? Because 2 years ago, hey, I was watching Alex Jones, and Alex Jones was saying that they was talking about putting
Money on it.
2,500 on it. And I think people would have jumped on that.
Yep.
But hey, imagine if they say 10,000, man. That's it. Niggas is going.
They had to adjust.
That's
it
all
for
you
inflation.
need. That's the key number for niggas, man.
10 racks.
10 racks.
And Esau, his money is invisible anyway, so he could do that. Like he could just put, because the money in this society is not backed by nothing.
Yeah.
He could just put it on there
Yeah.
and just say it's on there.
Yeah.
And then niggas definitely getting that shit.
Yeah. It's 10,000, it's 50,000, and it's $1 million. Those are
millions.
key numbers for niggas.
That's
Oh,
it.
$1 million, everybody
Millions,
get it.
everything. They'll off someone in their family for $1 million.
1 million, it's over. You're good.
But yeah, you put 10,000 on that C hip, and Jake, it's gonna be lines around the corner. It'll be a soup kitchen line. You put 10,000 on that chip, man. And I believe, speaking as a man, I believe that's what Esau gonna do. He gonna put money on it, because he knows that's what's gonna draw the people in. Instead of forcing you to do it, they know that people will do it voluntarily if it's a benefit to them.
Well, look at what they did with the experiment, right? You couldn't even go to a damn Bills game. You couldn't go to a football game in a lot of these areas unless you had the juice, the syrup. You know, that was just a test run.
And that's another thing. Like, you be having Jake, but what if Esau? What if he knock you out and put it in you? That's the faithless Jakes.
Just being
What if he knock you out and then put it inside you? Nigga, you niggas are so simple, he'll just give you a gift and you will willingly take it. A gift destroyeth the heart.
Scriptures talk about foolish questions, man.
Yeah.
Lord didn't say he was gonna do that. And they never even worked like even in the ancient times, they ain't shoved the fucking pork down their throat. They offered them life or death, man. That's what they gonna do. They never did it like that. And the scriptures didn't say they was gonna do it like that. It said the people who got their head chopped off for not taking it.
He causeth all. Okay. Causeth. You know?
That's the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verses 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark.
The FDA approved that shit. I don't even know if the FDA approved.
The FDA approved Trump. Vote Trump.
Go ahead.
I don't even know if the FDA approved hand chips yet. I mean, well, shit, it's people who got the joints, but I never seen the article oh, they approved them. They approved this Neuralink shit Friday, man. He said he wanted to start shipping people by the end of 2023.
Elon
Musk.
Yeah, eventually they gonna let him do something, because they've been blocking a lot of his shit. But eventually they probably gonna let him, get off his experiments. Because he basically wants to fulfill prophecy, if that's what you want to say. He's with it.
He's got the influence.
Yeah.
Man. That's the thing.
Yeah.
He's got the money and he's got the influence over all the other fucking nerds, man. You watch Elon's Twitter, man. Whenever he tweets about something, you go watch the stock or the asset. It goes fucking crazy. All he's got to do is mention a business and the stock goes flying. Because all the nerds worship that guy. And that's who works in those Neuralink circles, man.
And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. And his number is 666.
That's right. It's the stigma, man.
Yeah,
Okay,
look that up real quick.
He puts the 666
Blue letter.
on everything. It's
Yeah,
like a symbol where he's telling you, hey, we're involved in this. We're controlling this. Okay? We could see it soon, man, because this economy's about to melt down. Think about what they did the past few years. They inflated the hell out of the money supply, and now they're just trying to suck it all out. With these risen interest rates, they're cutting the budget. What do you think's going to happen? If the economy wasn't thriving with all that free money, what makes you think it's going to get better when money becomes more scarce? Okay? And a lot of these businesses, okay, they were paying top dollar for the raw materials, because usually you got to gather materials a year or two ahead of time for your products and shit. They paid the inflated prices, and now they got to mark everything down, so they're going to lose money, man. And the scriptures talk about how there's going to be no work for Egypt, okay, when all these businesses close down.
So much closing down right now.
Here it is. You got, well, hey, there's still some fields that are doing well. But for the most part, everything, is shrinking. Okay? You can't run an economy on fucking McDonald's and Chipotle jobs, man. Okay, the real production is gone overseas. Go ahead.
Well, you just mentioned the precept, but there should be no work for Egypt.
Yeah. Which branch nor rush shall do. In fact, I'll grab that real quick. Go ahead, bro.
Hey, that's why you got to be thankful, that the Lord, the Lord set up certain men to allow us to teach what that precept really is, what it really means. Revelation, the 13th chapter. Because there's thousands of Israelites who don't believe that it's the sea hip. It's thousands of them. And they really believe like it's something else. And, no matter how many, no matter how much information comes out on it, the Lord still has the blinders on it.
Hey, even you gotta think. Last week you had at the end of the camp, a young lady walked up and she knew she was an Israelite.
Mm-hmm.
She said she was actually dating an Israelite. And I asked her. She knew the name. She knew Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All right. She knew the salute. Guess what she didn't know? The first thing I asked her, what was the mark of the beast? She ain't know.
But she was dating Jake.
All right, that means because a lot of these Israelites either they don't know what it is, or they teach you something different, or they don't got no opinion on it yet. Well, you shouldn't be out fucking teaching if you don't got no opinion on it yet.
Right. That's right. That's one of the main prophecies, man.
We don't know.
That's what Christians say when you get anything in the book of Revelation. We don't know.
It hasn't been
wasn't
revealed
revealed.
yet. And that just means the person doesn't have understanding.
Mm-hmm.
Or when you ask them what it means, you tell me what it means. That means they don't know. If you ask somebody, what's the mark? You tell me.
Yeah.
Now, if you ask me, I'm gonna tell you. The first time, I'm not gonna flip it.
Right.
You tell me. No, I'm gonna tell you. If somebody say, yo, what's the mark? In Revelation 13 and 16, I'm gonna tell them what it is. I'm not gonna say, you tell me.
Yeah. Even if you think it's something, even if you think it's sin, say that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Say what you think.
You will get corrected.
Yeah, we'll correct you. We'll say, no, it's not sin. It is a sin to take it, but that's not actually what it is.
Hey, let them be. Hey,
Yep.
let them be though. Hey,
Yep.
that's their doctrine. Let it be.
Yeah, if you don't want,
I'm
and if
bring
you don't
that
want
out
to
real
accept
quick.
the correction or the rebuke, then that's on you.
I'm going to bring that out real quick. This is Revelation 22 and 11. He that is unjust, let him be unjust still.
Mm-hmm.
And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still. Now, was it Apostle Rama came out with that PSA about not going back and forth with these guys over, especially over silly shit, man.
Yep.
Okay, that fulfills that prophecy, man.
No more approaching their camps, asking
Yeah.
them what's the name. No more approaching their camps, asking them what's the mark. If you don't got it, you ain't got it. Now, the men that are out here telling you what it is, so if you want to receive it, all you have to do is listen. All right? But don't go around like Nate saying, reading Revelation 13 and 16, and then saying, oh, they're going to take money out of brothers' bank accounts. Where the fuck is that at? See, they're going to take money. They're going to see you on the streets. They're going to take money out your bank account. Boop, boop, boop. And that's how they're going to do it. What? Or skipping every time you read Revelation, the 13th chapter, you always skipping over where it says, and that no man might buy or sell. They always skip that part.
Right, and Apostle Hart cleared that up on the street speaking, man. Because somebody asked him if he was going to take the CBDC, and he said, yeah. So yeah, you're going to take the CBDC. It's when it gets implanted.
Yep.
And he was breaking it down, man. He said, once they get this new system set up, and it's working properly, then they could just see-hip you, man, because you're already locked in.
Yeah, if you got some Bitcoin stock, you ain't going off.
Yeah.
If you like to invest in crypto, you ain't going off, right? There's nothing being enforced in you.
It ain't like,
No.
you don't put your life savings in that shit.
Yeah.
Hey, like what's name say? I should be K say. You got the chip in your phone.
Yeah.
You
Man.
ain't gonna stop using phones.
Right. Yeah, it's chips in your TVs,
Yeah.
your smart TVs, in your phones, in your cars.
And some of your clothing.
A lot of these newer cars, what they got chips in them. Do that mean you got the mark? No.
Your bank
All
card.
right. Yeah, your bank, exactly.
A lot of these businesses, they got employee IDs that they give you. They track wherever you are in the building.
Probably track you at home.
Yep, yep. I wouldn't doubt it.
It's when it gets implanted in you.
When you receive it.
You receive it. And what do a lot of brothers say? Don't come to us when it starts to happen. Don't run to us. Get Ezekiel 3:17. We giving you the warning right now. Now is the time you're supposed to get it. Don't run to us when the time runs out.
The mercy's over.
Yeah, don't come to us.
You're gonna wait till the Lord unleashes his indignation and lets the slayer go crazy like we were bringing out earlier?
Because we've been presenting our bodies a living sacrifice. All right, we're doing what the Lord told us to do. So when it's all said and done, don't come to us, man.
The scriptures say, remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, when the evil days come
I
not.
forgot a precept. Okay.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verses 24. Because I have called,
You gotta start up. You don't read that. It's 20.
it's the book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verses 20. Wisdom cried without. She uttered her voice in the streets. She cried in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates. In the city she uttered her words, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will you love simplicity?
Yeah, we're telling you to stop being simple, to repent, all right, to turn back to your Lord, to your power, all right, and we're crying, sighing and crying in the streets and the lanes of the city, all over the earth, not just in Babylon, all over the entire earth. The Lord's got the whole earth covered with his men, different countries, all right, different states, different continents. The Lord has it locked down. That's why it says the angels are holding back the destruction from the four winds. The word is going out. Psalms 19, go ahead.
In the openings of the gates, in the city she uttered her words, saying,
I seen the Israelite, the deaf camp for the first time, like a couple months ago. You got them brothers out there teaching with sign language, man. Brothers that are deaf. So you think the Lord gonna spare a nigga, man? You don't have no excuse.
I've seen them on my feet.
You got brothers teaching in sign language, man. But you got a nigga that can hear, that scoffs at the word. Most High gonna smoke your ass.
You got brothers that can barely speak. I mean, barely speak. You know? And it take them like a whole minute to bring a precept out. But just the sheer fact that they're in that state and the Lord could still reveal the understanding to them,
Yep.
it shows you, man, that this is not earthly.
It's not earthly, it's spiritual. Go ahead. Heavenly.
how long, ye simple ones, will you love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Turn you at my reproof.
Yeah, we hear motherfucking TikTok. That's
Proof, meaning correction.
motherfuckers. That's all motherfuckers care about is TikTok and shit. You try to I was like when we be at work and shit, cooking and shit. We be playing music and shit, and like fucking like a Dabu 7 shit came up on the what's that shit called?
Speaker?
Yeah, the speaker
Bluetooth?
shit. Yeah, this one dude I work with.
This is Dabu
What
7.
the fuck is this? The news? He was like, I don't want to hear the news.
Yeah.
Like they don't want to hear real shit though.
Mm-hmm.
That shit was only on for like 3 seconds. He just
Fuck is this?
The fuck is this?
News.
When I come, because
Dabu
where
7.
I work at, along the way, there's like a school close by there. You see little kids. Well, I mean, not little kids, but high school kids and shit. They're dancing in the street all the time, doing TikToks, almost getting hit by fucking cars like idiots, man. Just foolishness. Simple.
Yeah, that's
simpleness.
simpleness. That's
The
what
challenges,
simpleness scripture's
the
talking
dance
about.
challenges and shit. And you'll have the whole world doing one fucking challenge, man.
That's
Simplicity.
Oh, here's a challenge. Stop being so fucking simple. Now that's a real challenge. That's a real challenge for you.
Go ahead.
Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. Because I have called, and ye refused. I have stretched out my hand, and no man regarded.
He's doing that via the prophets. The Lord, that's how he's calling now. You see brothers out here, the Lord is calling and stretching out his hand. And the way you refuse is that you keep walking or you talk shit or...
Yep. Earlier, it was a Edomite and a Jake on a bike riding this way. And the Jake kept looking back, kept looking back, kept looking back. Fucking kept going with that fucking Edomite.
Yep.
That's how he gonna kill you.
Yep.
It was a Jake that walked this way with the Edomite. He
Yeah,
kept
I
looking
seen
back.
that
You
one,
seen
yeah.
that one, right? He kept looking back and shit.
Yep.
He wanted to stop, but he ain't want his fucking goddamn devil friend to say,
yeah,
he feel me?
yeah.
The judge him.
Oh yeah.
Because the Israelites are naturally drawn to the... They're naturally drawn to the Most High. All right? They Israelites. You know? So they may want to encounter it, but the demon on them have them keep going. You know, like that one Jake, he cool, but he had on the Masonic, he's harmless. He had on the Masonic wristband with the Muslim necklace.
He had the Muslim ring too.
He's like, hey, y'all, Israelites,
You know,
Israelites.
all different kinds of philosophies,
You know?
man. He used to come up all the time before the pandemic.
Yeah.
I think he got better because he used to be draped in that shit,
yeah.
like
Oh, yeah.
25 fucking
You remember
chains.
one day he threw his joint on the roof over
Yeah,
there.
we told him to take that off, throw it out. He took it off, threw it out. You know?
He's still back. No, he had like it was like a necklace, some medallion, some wicked shit.
Yeah, some witchcraft shit. We was like, take that off. He was like, threw it in the garbage. He might be good. The Most High might. I don't know. You know? Got to come out that shit though. Go ahead.
But
Gotta repent.
But ye have said naught at all my counsel, and will none of my reproof. I will also laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh, when your fear cometh as a desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind. When distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer.
That's why we said, don't come to us when these things happen. Don't come to us. We've been through the Spirit the last couple of weeks. We've been teaching about a lot of pangs and sorrows that the Lord is going to bring. You know, like we always say, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. We've been teaching that a lot because we in those times. You know, so the Lord said He's going to laugh at your calamity and He's going to mock when your fear cometh. All right. Because when all hell breaks loose, that's when you're going to want to seek the Lord. That's why Jake is a hypocritical nation. It's like a nigga that goes to jail. He'll turn to God and, you know, might go in there and turn to a Muslim or some shit. But then when he get out, he'll throw all that shit out. God, if you just give me this one more chance, you know. But then when he get another taste of freedom, he turns back into a nigga. And that's what Jake do. You know? Like a lot of the Jakes where we live at, they try to follow a lot of the Ishmaelites because they think those ways are beneficial. Fake ass Muslims and shit. Go ahead.
Then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They should seek me early, but they should not find me. And in Judges 10 and 13 is going, go and cry to the gods whom you have chosen.
Yep. Go ahead.
They were none of my counsel. They despise all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices.
Yeah, and the fruit of your own ways is wickedness. That wickedness that you've reaped and sowed, you reap what you sow. You're going to eat of the fruit of your own ways. Go ahead.
For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely and shall be quiet from fear of evil.
So the Lord's been telling us throughout all the scriptures to choose Him. Choose me. All right. The scriptures say, the Lord said, those that hate me love death. All right. In this precept, it says, read that part again. The last part.
But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely and shall be quiet from fear of evil.
Yeah, so we gonna go under the wings of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, because the Lord told us He was gonna bring the evil, but the only way to escape the evil is through Him. All right, so that's why you gotta choose the fear of the Lord. The fear of the Lord is what? The fountain of life. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. So
niggas think they gonna do the shit. They gonna get salvation with a gun and grow in the garden.
yeah,
Fair enough.
Like that one dude.
I got
You ain't
guns.
got it, you ain't
I grow
got
my
it.
own food.
I'm a man.
I'm a man. I got my own food. I can grow my. The Lord will fucking poison the soil, nigga. You be growing
You
dandelions.
probably got a garden no bigger than this damn brick. What's that gonna do? You're gonna run out in 5 days on that.
You niggas ain't gardening, man. You can't fool us with that shit. Ain't none of you niggas got no damn garden, man.
If you don't already got a garden, motherfucker, you asked out. If you think you gonna wait till the food stop, then start growing some shit.
We under curses, so even if you do, that shit ain't lasting.
Mm-hmm.
Were you gonna get a dozen tomatoes out of a plant? How long that gonna last you?
A day.
Well, niggas want cherry Pepsis and McDonald's anyway. They don't, you know. Jake don't really try to eat healthy. So that's why we always say the Lord is gonna feed us. Let's get that. My servant shall eat. The Lord is gonna feed us. And we believe that wholeheartedly, man. That we're gonna be fed by Yahweh Shem Yahushai. We have the examples in the scriptures. That's why it says, you quoted that a minute ago, the things that were written aforetime were written for your learning. Those Old Testament stories will build you up. Those faith boosters. Go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 65, verse 12. Therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter. Because when I called, ye did not answer. When I spake, ye did not hear. But did evil before my eyes, and did not choose that where I delighted not. Therefore thus saith the Lord power, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry.
So this was more or less like a punishment, because he was talking to the ones that didn't hearken unto him. So he said, my servant shall eat. The ones that hearkened unto me, the ones that had faith, the ones that kept the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of their ability, the ones that were really in it to win it, they wasn't faking, those are the ones that's going to eat. But what?
But ye shall be thirsty.
No, read up a little. My servant shall eat. Yep.
Therefore thus saith the Lord power, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry.
But you shall be hungry. That means you're going to starve. Go ahead.
Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty.
Eating and drinking, right? But ye shall be thirsty.
Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed.
You shall be ashamed. Why? Because you didn't choose the fear of the Lord. You chose the world over the Lord. Go ahead.
Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit.
So the Lord has a way of getting you when you don't hearken.
This is 2 Esdras chapter 2, verse 26. For the servants whom I have given you, there shall not one of them perish. For I will require them from among thy number. Be not weary, for the day of trouble and heaviness comes. Others shall weep and be sorrowful, but thou shalt be merry and have abundance.
Yeah, so the Lord is, what did he say? Be not what? Be not
Be
weary?
not weary.
Yeah, be not weary. Faint not. The scriptures say if you faint in water. Yeah. He said if you faint in the day of adversity, your strength is small. You know? He's constantly telling us what's going to happen, so we got to be able to take it when it comes. Go ahead.
It say the heathen shall envy you, but they shall not be able to do nothing against you, saith the Lord. My hand shall cover you, so that your children shall not see hell. Be joyful, O thou mother, with thy children, for I will deliver you, saith the Lord. Remember thy children that sleep, talking about the ones that's dead. For I shall bring them out of the sides of the earth and show mercy unto them, for I am merciful, saith the Lord Almighty.
And that's a faith builder precept right there, man. Be not weary. The Lord is constantly telling us he's going to protect us and guide us through these dark times that's coming. The Lord is going to bring the pain, man. It says the day of the Lord is cruel, and it shall come with wrath and fierce anger. But at the same time, we're going to be protected. And that's why we choose to fear the Lord over this world, man. So with that, all right, Lord willing, you brothers and sisters were edified. We're going to give all praise, honor, and glory
to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
All right, double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth through the Holy Spirit. Peace and blessings and salutations to the Lord's elect. And Lord willing, we'll see you brothers and sisters next week. Shalom.